evening, everybody. Right, I'm just going to wait and see who we get in. Thank you so much for those that have been gathering in the chat. I feel like it's been absolutely ages since I did a live stream. So, yeah, hopefully we won't have any technical issues like we did last year. Remember last time? Not doing that again. So, right. Thank you so much for joining me. I know you all have your plans, don't you? You all have stuff that you're doing, and some of you aren't here. And worst of all, I know we've got a few people down with sickness, and it's not nice. And I'm really, really sorry. I know we've got two gems that aren't even able to be here because they're not very well. So let me say hello to those of you who are here, and I want to say thank you very much. Oh, Maria, you are here. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Em. Hi, John. Hi, Cheer Maria. Hi, Mark. Hi, Mr. Spock. Hi, Rachel. We've got a couple of gems in the house, haven't we? That's good. A couple of healthy gems. Hi, Stephen. Stephen Young. Right. Stephen Young's in the Isle of Mull. Blimey, big brass monkeys up there, Stephen. Blimey. Cold. Ooh, no, you wouldn't catch me going that far. Too much of a wimp. Right. Barb, hi. Lovely to see you here. Did I say hi to Mr. Spock? I hope I did. Hello, Mr. Spock. I should say hello, Mr. Spock. Right. So I have devised, I thought, you know what? 2022 has been an absolute dumpster fire. I don't think I'm the only one who believes that. I think so many people have had enough of this year now. And I think it's fitting. I think it's a fitting way to end the year if we were all to have a little bit of a classic pub quiz, which I have devised. So I hope that you have all got a pen. You know, like the great British turd's always got a pen in her hand when she's talking to her followers, because having a pen in your hand makes you look really important. Okay, like you got something to say. You know, you're in a position of importance, right? So have a pen. Hi, Dina. Oh, I'm glad that I've made you laugh. That's wonderful. Hi, Kat. Right, pen, piece of paper, and that's all you need. Now, drinks-wise, if you're not a drinker of alcoholic beverages, that's absolutely fine. Get a brew and sit yourself down, be comfortable, and that's fine. I need to drink. It's a necessity after this year. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I've got to let loose. I don't really drink on New Year's. I don't celebrate New Year's Eve particularly. I'm one of those people that sits at home in the pajama. I'm waving the pen again. Sorry about that. I sit at home in my pajamas with a brew. Really, New Year's. I'm not much of a drinker on New Year's. So this is, you know. Oh wow! I've got a drink incoming. Where did that glass come from? That's massive. Oh my God, look, it's got lime in it. It's got lime in it. Fancy. I think this is slow gin and tonic. Uh-oh. It's bigger than me. It's almost as big as my face. I'll make it last the entire night. You watch. Right. Just trying to get me drunk. Right. It's a mega pint. You're right, Em. It's a mega pint. And watch how slowly I drink it as well. Okay, so pens, paper, mega pints, cups of tea, whatever you're having, bar snacks, essential. And we will be beginning. Now, I have done this pub quiz in two different parts. So, hi, Eve, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And I hope you've got a drink. You've got a drink, pen, paper, Eve. We're about to, it's almost go time. I'm waiting a little bit longer for a few people coming in. Stephen, well done. You've got a pen and paper. That's great. So what I've done is I've devised this pub quiz in 2 parts. The first part of the pub quiz is questions all about what our grifters have been doing in real life this year, right? So this is something that even if you haven't been following my channel for very long, but you have been involved with the grifters or in some way followed the grifters or followed Seeker of Truth or followed Will's channel, you're aware of what the grifters are doing. Okay, so that's the first half of the quiz. The second half is Intel Lady specific questions. So for those of you who've been paying close attention to my sketches and have remembered certain things that characters may have said or done or places that they've gone to, that kind of thing, that's part 2 of the quiz. Okay. Everyone can hear me all right? I should have said that at the start. I should have said the minute I came in, can you all hear me? I'm presuming that you can, and that's good. Right. Because I could have just been going, but okay, good. Good. You can actually hear the words coming out of my mouth. Great. So I am all ready to start this special Intel Lady, the dumpster fire that is 2022 pub quiz. Whenever you are. And yes, look, can I just address something before I go any further? I know I look like a ghost. I actually have makeup on my face, but it doesn't seem to matter how orange I go. It doesn't seem to matter how much darker than my actual pasty white skin tone I go. The minute I put a light on, I'm just like, ghost Jenny. Let me just try and turn. I know I do this every single time. I just want to try and turn my big light off. Hang on. Hold on. Hang on. And if it's too dark, then obviously I'll switch it back on again. Oh no, it's just grainy now, isn't it? It's real grainy. I'll put it back on. Right. Oh, there we go. I do this every time I do a live stream. I'm going, oh, it's the lighting. It's the lighting. It's the lighting and being incredibly pale and interesting, we like to say. Right. Hello, if you're just joining. Hello, Richard. If you're, I think you've just joined us. I hope you've got a pen and paper ready. Thank you, Kat. I actually met up with Kat the other week, just before Christmas, and she's telling you all that I'm not that white in real life. Not that ghostly in real life. Oh God. Right. Okay. Are you all ready? Shall I begin? So I will go through all of the questions. I'll give you enough time. Drink while you think. Uh-oh. Do you remember that game? Maybe you don't. Maybe that was just something I played. Right. Question number 1 of the Grifters in Real Life section of the Intel Lady Pub Quiz. What is the name of the Invest in Gold company that Charlie Ward works with? What is the name of the Invest in Gold type company that sponsors and works with Charlie Ward? That's your question 1. No writing it in the chat. Okay, this is for your personal paper. This is for your pen and paper. Write it down on paper, not in the chat. Okay. Right. So I'm just reading the chat just in case I'm missing anything while I'm I should do I should have got a little instrument in here. Right, okay. Question, and that is for 1 point, by the way. I have awarded certain amounts of points for certain questions. That is for 1 point. Okay. Question number 2, also for 1 point. Maybe I should just do this as Lyman. I just find myself going into Lyman every time. What country did SP, some of us call him Lyman? Hi, Chanty. Welcome. What do I write? Yeah, all right. Smart arts. Just write it on your paper. Right. Question number 2. What country did a certain person that I refer to as Lyman claim one of his coordinators took 3 buses to attend an in-person meeting? Clue, if you wish to have a clue, he did have a dispute with his dear lady wife about this location, and I covered it in the CC update sketch. So again, what country did a certain person whom I refer to as Lyman claim one of his coordinators took 3 buses to attend, and they broke down as well? You know, they broke down. That's dedication. You don't get that anywhere else. To attend an in-person meeting. Okay. Rochelle's already having trouble. It's not a trick question. It's not a trick question. Just write down. Do your best. Just do your best. Write it down. Come on. Okay. I'll just have a little sip. Right. Question number 3. It's another Lyman question. Hello, Rick. Can we all say thank you to Rick in the chat? He's the one who edits all my sketches. He works very hard, and I often give him stuff at the last minute, which really annoys him. But he works very, very hard, and he makes the sketches look good. Right. Question number 3. Who did the person that we call Lyman claim he was suing and asked members of his organization to donate to his legal funds? That's for 1 point. Who did he who is known as Lyman claim he was suing and asked members of his organization to donate to his legal funds? Write it down on your papers. Thank you very much. We can just drink while you think. Richard, it's quiz based on the Grifters for the first part, and the second part is based on my sketches. This is well, in fairness, I did have a Moscow Mule earlier, but that was with a meal, so it doesn't count. Right. Question number 4. This is for 3 points. Question number 4 for 3 points. Bye, Chanty. Thank you for coming. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Right. Can you name 3 political people? They don't have to be actual politicians, but political people that Charlie Ward has been photographed with this year. Can you name 3 political people that Charlie Ward has been photographed with this year? I'll give you a clue. The 3 that I'm thinking of are all stateside. Political people, not necessarily actual politicians, but very politically connected people. I'm not showing you answers here. I've got to keep my piece of paper down and getting too excited. Right. Okay. That's for 3 points. Can you name 3 political people that Charlie has been photographed with stateside this year? Okay. Cat. Fun. This is going to be a very interesting test, isn't it? Much attention do you pay to these grifters? Right. No, it's not 107. It's not Wayne. It's not our Wayne. No, it's not our Wayne. Right. Question number 5. Oh, now this is one. If you've been watching Seeker of Truth's channel, you should know the answer to this. Right. This is a real test for some of you. Can you name the company ran by criminals that used to sponsor Charlie Ward, who were busted for money laundering this year? And that's for 1 point. That's for 1 point. Can you name the company ran by criminals that used to sponsor Charlie Ward, who were busted for money laundering and goodness knows what else, frankly, this year? Come on. Dig deep, people. Drink while you think, even if it's a cup of tea. Dunk your biscuit in, have a think, write it down. Okay. Question. Are you, Stephen? Oh, God. Question number 6. We're more than halfway through the first round now, people. So come on. What organization did Madison Marquette claim also this year? What kind of organization did she claim moved her from pillar to post? Let's just say that. Let's just say she just moved her from pillar to post this year. What was it? What kind of organization was it? Because before it was a sort of it was a cuddle film company that do huggy buggy films. Now this year she was claiming it was a whole other bunch of people from certain types of organization. That's for 1 point. Who moved her from pillar to post? Who did she claim? Right. Okay. Question 7. What type of creature, type of animal, did Tarot by Janine claim that the queen was? Type of animal was the queen? Was she an amphibian? What was she? Come on. Betty, have a guess. Go wild. It could be anything. I mean, it's Janine. It could be anything, couldn't it? Right. Question number 8. Write it on your paper, people. Come on. On the paper. According to Charlie Ward, what group of people are in control? What group of people are in control in 2022? Come on. What does Charlie Ward say? And that's for 1 point. Last question was 1 point. This is for 1 point. What group of people are in control? Right. Okay. Question 9. Oh, God, I've written it in code. I'm such an idiot. I wrote it in shorthand. I'm like, hang on, is that? Hold on. No, it's all right. I've got it. It's coming back now. What did Madison Marquette claim to Carmen Struder and Aquarius Rising the police officer was going to do from now on? I have balls up writing that question. I'm just going to read it again. What did Madison Marquette claimed to those two ladies that the police officer was going to do from now on, after she had a lovely chat with a police officer? What did Madison Marquette claim to those two ladies that the police officer said she was going to do from now on? I hope that was a clear question, because trust me, I didn't write it in any sort of clear way at all. I'm like, what does that even mean? And that's for 1 point. Thankfully, that's just for 1 point. Okay. Okay, question 10. We're so close to the end now, guys. Hold on tight. What is the latest product that our favourite driving instructor, alien abductee, and his dear lady wife are now flogging? What is the latest product? Can you, I parodied it in my last sketch. What is the name of their latest product? And actually, when it comes to giving the answers, I probably won't give you the exact name of it, just because I don't want to promote any of their nonsense. You're quite close with that guess. Okay, I've got a bonus question to end the round off. There's so many other questions I could have asked, really, truly. Bonus question then is, what animals has David Wilcock been talking to in strange accents this year? I don't know if any of you follow Mr. Wilcock, but he's having a bit of a breakdown, I think, and has been filming himself talking in different languages in his mountain home. There's 2 potential points here if you would like them. I'll just write 2 down, because I actually didn't write how many points for this question, and I should have done. It's a bit naughty. 2 points. 2 points. If you can name the 2 animals that he was communicating with in various accents. He went Australian at one point. He had a crack at English badly. Did a bad job. Poor job. But there was 2 particular animals that he was communicating. He's been giving them chicken bones, and they've been sending him pine cones to say thank you, which is completely normal, rational behavior, if you ask me. I think so. But there's 2 particular animals, and if you could name 1 or 2, or just give it a guess, that would be marvelous. Right, and that is the end of what the Grifters have been doing. Round 1. That's the end of round 1. It's only 2 rounds, you know. I'm not going to put that much effort in. It's 2 rounds here. So I'm just going to have a little sip of this ridiculously large. Right. Okay. So, and yes, Stephen T.I. does talk to her rabbits. It's very true. But they cover her carpet in all their rabbit droppings. It's an absolute nightmare. Right. Okay. So are we all ready? Oh, you want me to... do you know what? Stephen Young, like any good quiz master, you should always repeat the questions. You've got to go through the whole lot. I think Stephen Young has been to a lot of pub quizzes. I've only been to a few. So I'm not, not an expert. But I think Stephen Young is. And he's quite right when he says, repeat the question. So I'm going to start again. I'm going to go through I'm going to rattle through. I'm just going to rattle through. I'm not going to dawdle. I'm not dawdling on these questions. Okay. Right. Eyes down, concentrate, focus, dig deep. Question 1. What is the name of the invest in gold type company that Charlie Ward works with, for 1 point? It's question number 1. What is the name of the invest in gold type company that Charlie Ward works with? I don't feel like I need to, to advertise for them too much. Anyway, question number 2. What country did our dear alien abductee driving instructor claim one of his coordinators took 3 buses to attend an in-person meeting and the buses broke down? He had a little bit of a Barney with his wife about where this person lived, because she corrected him and she was quite right and he didn't like it because he's a narcissist. They don't like being made fools of, do they? Right. Question 3. Who did our favourite alien abductee driving instructor claim he was suing this year and asked members of his organisation to donate to his legal funds? Who's he suing? Come on, he's got to be suing somebody. Come on now. That's question 3. Who is he suing? Question number 4. Can you name 3 political... Hello, book girl. Hello, Bradley. Can you name 3 political type people, so they don't have to be actual politicians, but involved with politics somehow, that Charlie Ward has been photographed with this year and they were all stateside? Can you name 3 political type people that Charlie has been photographed with this year? That's 3 potential points. Don't mess it up, folks. Come on. Don't want to miss out on those points. There's a lot of points. Right. Question number 5. Can you name the company ran by criminals that used to sponsor Charlie Ward, who were busted for money laundering this year? They were the first company to sponsor him. Can you name that company? Write it down on your paper, everybody. Write it down on your paper. Question 6. What organisation did Madison Marquette claim also moved her from pillar to post this year? She was moved by them. Just moved, not biblically moved, spiritually moved, but she was just physically moved from pillar to post. I can't say the actual D word, but you know what I'm saying. What organisation, what very big organisation is she now claiming did that to her? And it wasn't the Huggy Buggy films. It wasn't those. Anyway. Question 7. What creature, potential, might be amphibian, might be some sort of animal, did Tarot by Janine claim that the Queen actually was? What creature did she claim that the Queen actually was? I'll give you a slight cue. They were ferocious. She claimed that they were ferocious. So what creature? What creature was it? Okay. Question 8. What group of people are in control, according to Charlie Ward? Group of people are in control in 2022. My guess is right, said Fred. I don't know. Who could it be? Who's in control? What group's in control? We hear it a lot. Right. Can't remember what bloody question I was on. Question 9. Oh, this is the question I wrote in a really stupid way, and I'm very, very, very sorry. What did Madison Marquette claim in a round table? I'll reword it. In a totally legit round table. What did she claim to those 2 ladies that the police officer was going to do from now on? Because she was talking about a police officer who came to deal with a dispute between herself and her neighbour, And then they had a lovely cozy chat. And then at the end of the conversation, the police officer said that from now on, they were going to blank. Oh, no, that sounds wrong. Don't forget I said blank. That sounds like I'm trying to... I feel like, what's his name? Would you take a seat? I want to blank you. What's his name? Can't remember what his name is. If Rick's still here, what's the man's name? What is his name? Why don't you take a seat? Anyway, right. I'm going very much off script now. I don't know what's going on. Question 10. What is the latest product our favourite alien abductee, driving instructor, and his dear lady wife are flogging? What is the name of their latest product? That's question 10. And for bonus question at the end, what animals has David Wilcock been talking to this year? He's been communicating. He's been giving them chicken bones. And see, that is a test on whether you watched my disinformation is necessary video, because I allude to it there. I do. And that's for 2 points. If you can name both the animals, 2 points for you. I'd say points mean prizes, but I don't think there are any prizes. No, if you do well with your points, if you get good marks on this test, then I will allow you will be allowed to request. There you go. You'll get a request of one of my characters, and I will answer a direct question in character. If you do well in the quiz, that's the prize you're going for. I know. Money can't buy it. Right, are we ready for round 2? If we're all ready for round 2, can we just put a little notice down? Kat saying yes, Stephen saying yeah. Okay. No cheating, no writing potential answers in the chat. Write it down on the paper. Okay, we're ready. Let's go. So this is the Intel Ladies section. I hope I haven't written things in a stupid way. We'll soon find out. Okay. Question number 1. Can you name 3, this is for 3 points, 3 products that Lyman and Bicky Peg are flogging in 2022? Can you name 3 products that they are merching? What's Lyman merching? What are they merching this year? There's certainly 3 there. There might be more than 3, to be perfectly honest with you. I think there is more than 3. But let's go with just aim for 3 points. Right, question 2. This is also for 3 points. Who were the 3 people the Great British Turd warned her followers about this year? Who were the 3 people the Great British Turd warned her followers about this year? If you remember, she was in her car and she was most concerned about 3 people. One of them worked for the BBC. There's your clue. One of them works for the BBC. Right. Question 3. Who did Kerry, our favourite Kerry, say was not credible? That's for 1 point. Who did Kerry say was not credible? Just write down what you can. Cat food, lice comb. It's coming. Look, they will eventually when they run out of things to flog. Yes, and this is honestly, the pressure's on for you because you did a video on it. So you have to know exactly who the Great British Turd was warning people. Okay. So question 3 again, who did Kerry say was not credible this year? Question number 4. This is for 2 points. What did TI, aka targeted individual, claim her faith of a neighbour stole from her? 2 items that she claimed her thief of a neighbour stole from her. Gems, if you don't get this right, disgraceful. Better know. You better know. Right. Question number 5. Ooh, this is a big one, guys. This is a big one, right? And this is a real test to see how dedicated you are, frankly. Your dedication's been tested. For 5 points, name the 5 British politicians I have parodied this year. And if any of you Brits that are watching, especially the gems, if you don't know the answer to this, shame on you. Shame on you. The 5 British politicians I've parodied this year. And they're all on the Tickety Talks. Right. Okay. Question 6. Right. I've also thought of a bonus question relating to question 6. In fact, no, I'm going to add this at the end because I'm going to confuse myself with numbers if I don't do it like that. Right. Question 6. What are the names of the 2 totally legit roundtable guests / hosts that I had on my Mad Max Maddie totally legit roundtable? Can you remember the names of the guests / hosts of that roundtable? It was 2 ladies. That's 2 points up for grabs. 2 points. Right. Question 7. In Nadine Dorries' Boris rap, what did she wish he could grab her by? Can't imagine, can you? In Nadine Dorries' Boris rap, what did she wish he could grab her by? 1 point available there. It's not her nose. Cat's not her nose. Right. Question 8. In my Amber Heard parody, where, and if the gems don't know this, where was Kate Moss sitting? Where was Kate Moss sitting in my Amber Heard parody? Should I have done multiple choice for this? Some of you wouldn't have watched that. Right, okay. I'll do multiple choice here, okay? Was Kate Moss sitting on a throne? Was Kate Moss sitting at an office chair? Or was Kate Moss sitting on a London bus? There you go. That's your multiple choice there. Still only get 1 point, but there you go. Right. Right. Whose, and I use the term loosely, whose news program or show did Skylar go on this year? Whose news program or show did Skylar go on this year as a guest? Skylar is the one with the blue hair who was a Twitter employee. That's Skylar. Whose show did she go on? Right. Question 10. What did targeted individual claim was coming out of her taps, or if you're American, faucet? What did targeted individual claim was coming out her taps? or faucet. Faucet. Right. Question 11. It's probably the one and only Fraudian Friends I actually did last year, because I put on the first Fraudian Friends, but I don't think I did any more. So it was way back in January 2022. So really dig deep, people. On the first Fraudian Friends, what product did Lyman agree to test? What product did Lyman agree to test? Clue: he went on a marvelous journey when he tested it. Right. Question 12. Who did Nicky Nacky Noo interview on We the Sheeple? We only did one this year. I only did one We the Sheeple this year, but he had a very special guest on. Quite a controversial guest, actually. Who did he interview this year? Right. Question 14. And I'd say that this was the final question, but I just thought of another one that I'm going to have as a bonus. Question 14. What did Lyman claim was his and Bicky Peg's special hobby? It was first alluded to on Valentine's Day this year. What did Lyman claim was his and Bicky Peg's special hobby? And for the bonus question, what accent completely eluded me this year? What accent did I absolutely, totally, and utterly destroy this year? It was a mid-mix MIDI sketch. I think it's the only Mad Max MIDI sketch I did. Oh no, I did too. Yeah. What accent completely defeated me this year? And when I say defeated, it destroyed me brutally. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I just ballsed it up. And I kept it anyway. It's so bad. So there you go. I was from everywhere. In that sketch, that character was literally from everywhere because no one knew what accent I was trying to do, including me, frankly. Right. Okay. I'm going to go over these questions one more time, and then we'll have a delightful musical interlude. We won't, because I don't have music. I mean, I could sing, but you don't want to hear that. And then I'll tell you all the answers. How exciting. How exciting. It's groundbreaking, is this? Absolutely groundbreaking. Right. Okay. So let's go back. Drink pause. Okay. I feel like Stephen Youngs should be running the show here. Okay. Right. Question. This is a recap. Darling, I butchered the questions, so don't worry about it. If you feel like you've butchered the quiz, I pretty much butchered half the questions, so don't worry about it. Look, it's a first. Perhaps next year it'll be a bit more professional. You never know. Okay. So to go over the Intel Lady section of this quiz, question number 1. Can you name 3 products Lyman and Bicky Peg are merching or have merched this year? For 3 points, can you name 3 products they have merged this year? I'm even giving you a clue here. Look at that. Look at that. It's just a clue. Brilliant clue. Right. Question number 2. Who were the 3 people the Great British Turd warned her followers about this year? And one of them works for the BBC. Okay. Can't be trusted, you know. Okay. Question 3. Who did Kerry say was not credible? Who did Kerry say was not credible? Question 4. What did targeted individual claim her faith of a neighbour stole from her? This is for 2 points. There were 2 items that were stolen by TI's faith of a neighbour. Go on, write it down. Write it down on your paper. Question 5. Name, that's for 5 points, folks. Dig deep. Name the 5 British politicians I have parodied this year. I think all but one I did on my YouTube. The rest were definitely all covered on my TikTok. 5 British politicians. Stop writing the answers in the chat, everybody. Come on, get with it. Write it down on your paper. Question 6. What are the names of the 2 round table guests on Mix Middy's Totally Legit round table sketch? What are the names of the 2 round table guest hosts on Mad Max Maddie's Totally Legit round table guest sketch? 2 points. Question 7. In Nadine's Boris rap, what did she wish he could grab her by? Question 8. In my Amber Heard in Court parody, where was Kate Moss sitting? I can't remember what the multiple choice was. And if I do it again, because I didn't write it down, I'll give it away. So you're not having multiple choice, just guess. Where was Kate Moss sitting? That's for 1 point. Question number 9. Who's, using the term loosely, news program did Skylar, ex-Twitter employee, go on? News. Question 10. What did targeted individual claim was coming out of her taps? What was in the water? What was in the water? Question 11. On the first and probably only Freudian Friends, what product did Lyman agree to test? It was way back in January. Oh, when the world seemed simpler back then. Right, question 10. Who did Nicky Nacky Noo interview on We the Sheeple? Question 14. What did Lyman claim was his and Bicky Peg's special hobby? First alluded to on Valentine's Day. Dig deep, people. 1 point. And then bonus question. What accent did I brutally butcher this year? What accent completely ruined me this year? Right. And that is the end of the quiz. But it's not over yet, folks, because we have to go over all the answers. Some of these answers might surprise you. But have we all answered the questions? Did I give you all enough time? Did you write it down on your special piece of paper? I hope so. Right. Good. Okay. I mean, we could make this a thing every year if it's successful. It's not successful, I'll be like, well, that was the weirdest quiz I've ever done. Oh dear. And yes, that's it. If it's wrong answers only, I got them all right. Well, look, that's like me at any pub quiz. I always go into a pub quiz thinking, I know loads. And then I sit there and know absolutely nothing. And yeah. Always do a pub quiz with someone older who knows more stuff. Because, yeah, and never ask me to do a pub quiz with you because I'm absolutely rubbish. Right. Okay, I'm trying to drink this very, very slowly. It's a slow gin and tonic. I do like slow gin. It's very nice. But look, he's been fancy and he's put a little lime on the side. Don't know why. Didn't need it. I might need bar snacks though, because it's quite strong. Okay. Are we ready to go? I'm not necking it. I'm not necking it, darling. My God. Right. Lime short lime. Yeah. A bit limey, isn't it? Right. Question 1 of the Grifters in Real Life section. Are we all ready for these answers? I hope so. Right. So the question was, what is the name of the invest in gold company that Charlie works with, that sponsors Charlie Ward's show? Answer is, does someone want to write down the answer in, because I know that loads of you know this. So fastest finger first. I'm just mixing shows together now. Fastest finger first. You can write, thank you, thank you, thank you. There you go. Goldbuster, Goldbusters. I don't feel like I want to advertise them, but I mean, I wrote the question, so you know, you've got to give it the answer, haven't you? Correct. Well done, everybody. Goldbusters. Or as the guy who is always coming on a show, I don't know what his name is, but he says Goldbusters because he's from the north, so he says Goldbusters. My name's Andy from Goldbusters. I think I'm going to have to parody him. Anyway, so there you go. If you got that right, there's your 1 point. 1 point. Question 2. What country did our favourite alien abductee driving instructor claim one of his coordinators took 3 buses to attend an in-person meeting? He had a Barney with the wife. What country was it? Write it. You can write it. You can write it down. No, Kat, you're wrong. So far, I'm seeing only wrong answers. It begins. Well, Rachel, you had. Oh my God, he's actually bought me bus. God's sake, there's a few nuts in there. Right, I can't. I'm not going to eat. Oh dear. I'll eat. I mean, I'll eat afterwards. Right, you're all rubbish. None of you, absolutely none of you. I don't know what you're doing, actually. If you're paying attention or anything, you're not paying attention. It's not good enough. Mr. Spock is sort of in the right ballpark, but not quite. Close, but no cigar. Rubbish. Absolute garbage. Trash. Absolute trash. It was Uganda. Dreadful. Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. That was so kind. You've been really generous tonight. Thank you so much. If anyone else wants to tip me, go wild. It's New Year's. Go wild. Well, it's not quite New Year's, but if you wish to, if you wish to send a donation, a tip, you can super chat, super thanks, buymeacoffee.com/Intel Lady. I mean, if you wish, you're not obliged to. You don't have to, but it's very lovely if you do. And I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Okay. So it was Uganda. You're all absolutely useless. Terrible. I don't see anyone getting prizes tonight. So nil point for you lot. And, just listen harder next time. Okay? Listen harder. Right. Question 4. Can you name, this is for 3 points. Dig deep. Can you name 3 political type people, not necessarily politicians, that Charlie Ward has been photographed with this year? Write it down in the chat now if you think you have the answers. Rachel's confident that she can. Did I miss question 3? No, I didn't. Oh, no, I did. Going back. I'm so sorry, Stephen. See, this is why I shouldn't be drinking. Right. Question 3. Who did our favourite alien abductee driving instructor claim he was suing and asked his members of his organisation to donate to his legal funds this year. Thank you, Stephen. Sorry about that, dear. Who did our favourite? Thank you, everybody. Mr. Spock's got it right. Kat's got it right. Rachel's got it right. Stephen's got it right. It was indeed the BBC, Britain's Best Cat. It was Britain's Best Cat, if you remember, Britain's Best Cat. That's why, I mean, M. Seeker thought he'd got one up on me by saying that I claimed I was suing the BBC. Well, now I did say the BBC, but I meant Britain's Best Cat. So who's the fool? Because it's not me, is it? It's that pesky seeker of truth. He's the fool. He got it wrong, not me. Right. So, yes, it was indeed the BBC. Apologies to everyone. Should we jump back to question 4? Can you name 3 political people that Charlie has been photographed with this year? They were all stateside. Mr. Spock says General Flynn. Correct. That's 1. Scott McKay. He's definitely not a political person. He's just doofus. So no. But Eric Trump is definitely one of them. Can you remember who the other one was? Quite big, wasn't he? Unless I imagined this, then my answer for this was Big Don. It was Big Don. Because he go to Trump's event and have his photograph taken with Donald Trump. Did he have his photo taken with the My Pillow guy? Because if he did, I think that would count, because he's sort of politically involved as well. A picture in the background, or was it one of those selfie things? He was like, and Trump was back there somewhere. Yeah, you can fact check. That's fine. I'm not afraid of the fact check. I'm not afraid of that. So there you go. That's 3 potential points. I hope you're writing down how many points you've earned and you're doing it honestly. Because if I find that you've been lying and just been fabricating points when you didn't get them legitimately, I mean, I can't help you going forward, can I? Right. So I put General Flynn. I think it was Eric Trump, or was it Eric, or was it Don Jr.? I don't know. They're all the same to me. I don't see the difference. The son of Trump and Trump is what I had. But, you know, I would also accept My Pillow guy if he had his photo taken with him as well, because he is politically involved, isn't he? Question 5. Should we move on? Ooh. Can you name the company? This is a fun one. An M, if you get this wrong, you're sacked. Can you name the company ran by criminals that used to sponsor Charlie, who were busted for money laundering, amongst other things, this year? Kat's got it right. Oh my God, sacked. M's sacked. M is sacked. Yeah, there you go. You're back. He's back. It's Nero Vodka. You're quite right. Well done, folks. Points all round for that, I think. By the way, I'm not. I've got a pen in my hand, but I'm literally not keeping count of who's got what points. This is a disaster, isn't it? This is a terrible disaster. Question 6. What organization? Now, I say organization, but I didn't really know how else to word it. Did Madison Marquette claim also pushed her from pillar to post this year? I can't say the word that rhymes with wafficked. I don't know. Okay. Can we? What sort of big organization did she claim pushed her from pillar to post, moved her for here, there, and everywhere? Who was that did that? It wasn't the Cuddle films. It wasn't those. It wasn't the Huggy Buggy movies. Who was it? It wasn't NATO. It wasn't the White Hats. It wasn't the military. Who was it? She's really going hard after them. You know, she's really going for it. Wasn't Disney. It wasn't NASA. Oh, that would be ace, though. Imagine. Pushed from pillar to post by NASA. Just passed around by NASA. Right, come on. Anyone? You're all useless, dreadful, terrible. You're all fired. It was Big Church. She claims that Big Church, whatever Big Church is, I don't know, what's Big Church? The big churches, the big, you know, massive thousands of people in the congregation type churches. Also, as well as the clone of Joe Biden, also Big Church, and as well as the Huggy Buggy movies, they also pushed her from pillar to post. Rhymes with Wafferking. Yeah, Big Church. I've written Big Church. I don't know what else to call it, but that's what she claims. So it wasn't not the Vatican, not the Pope. I don't think she's the Pope's type. I'll just put it out there. Right. Question. Let's move on. Let's move on very quickly now. Members of the cloth. Right, indeed. What creature, potentially amphibian, animal, did Tarot by Janine claim that the Queen was? Thank you, Kat. Indeed, they claimed she was a lizard. So that's 1 point for that. Question number 8. What group of people are in control according to Charlie? What group of people are in control? Thank you, Cheer Maria. Indeed, it's of course those amazing, incredible white hats. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they're from. We don't know what they do. We just know they're in control. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Right. Okay, right. Question 9. What did Madison Marquette claim to her guests that the police officer, this is the question that I've worded in the shittest possible way. I can't imagine a worse way of even wording this question. It doesn't make any sense. And for that, I'm sorry. I am. I guess I'm not getting that job on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. What did Max Maddie, aka Madison Marquette, claim on the show that she was on that the police officer was going to do from now on? What was she going to do for not buying donuts, Kat? What did she claim that the police officer had decided after having a lovely conversation with her? Thank you, Mr. Spock. You got it absolutely spot on. That she claimed that the police officer was joining her for extractions. Gonna go on her next extraction. Probably also tuck her in at night, Stephen. I wouldn't put it past her at all. Right. Okay. Right. Question 10. What is the latest product that our dear alien abductee driving instructor and his missus are flogging? And it doesn't matter if you don't name it exactly right. You can name it what I called it in my skit about it, because frankly, I don't want to advertise for them. Can you? Thank you, Mr. Spock. You got it absolutely spot on, but I'm not going to repeat it. I want to say it out loud because that's promoting. I won't do it. I wish it was the honker. That's coming. When all else fails, they'll merch the honkers. I need to get in there first. Right. Bonus question. What animals has David Wilcock been talking to this year? He gave them chicken bones. He's been talking to them in various accents that are not his own. Losing his left, right, and centre. You're all getting it wrong. All getting it wrong. Go back and Rachel, you got that one of them right. Yes, yes. Thank you. Squirrels and squirrels and chipmunks. Squirrels and chipmunks. There you go. Marvelous. Yep, Charles, you've got it right. Chipmunks and squirrels. As discussed in my disinformation is necessary skit. If you haven't watched my last few skits, folks, come on. You're letting the side down here. Don't let the side down. You know, help an intel lady out here. Come on. Are we ready for round 2 answers? I hope you've been keeping tabs. You've been keeping tabs of, I can't do everything for you, you know. Right, okay. Question 1 of Intel Lady. Are we all ready? 7 points. You might bring it back, Stephen. You might bring 5. Oh dear. She's gonna make it through round 2. I'm just excitable. I'm not horribly drunk. I'm just excitable because I haven't seen you all live for so long. Right. Question 1. Can you name 3 products Lyman and Bicky Peg are merching? Oh, wow, straight in there. Hogs Gold, CBD, Sonic Bracelet, Roots. Marvellous. But what's Lyman and Bicky Peg merching? Cat, Grippy Gloves. There's a point for Grippy Gloves. That's 1 point. Faux Shield, Mr. Spock, Patriot Honker. Yep, all of those are acceptable. All of those are acceptable. But there are more. There are more. Honker, very acceptable also. Well, there's one more in that list. I've asked for 3, but there's definitely more. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, the dark to light. So we've got dark to light, Faux Shield, Grippy Gloves, Patriot Honker. All fantastic products. If you would like me to know, he's not merchant golden showers. He probably would, actually, to be fair. Always 17% off if you're interested. If you want to partake in any of that merch, then you can. This is Lyman merch. This is not real life. This is Intel Lady section. So just think of it. It's anything that's Bicky Peg's soul, perhaps. Does she have one? I'm not sure she does. Just think of my sketches. This is all silliness that I have created this year. So any of the silly merch is there. Okay, let's move on. Should we move on? Let's move on. Question 2. Who were the 3 people the Great British Turd warned her followers about this year? Who were the... This is for 3 points. Oh, that was also for 3 points, that last one. Come on, let's go. It wasn't Paul. No. It was 3 people. Yes, Stephen Hall, you got one of them correct. Sarah Connor was one of the people she had warned her followers not to trust. She was stateside. You can't trust her. Okay. She's got an obsession with weaponry, which is dodgy. She knows a lot of dodgy people as well. Sarah Connor, don't trust her. Stephen Hall back in with coming in strong with Mr. Tumble. So Sarah Connor, Mr. Tumble, and who else? And thank you, Mr. Spock, Full House, Ripley, Mr. Tumble, and Sarah Connor. I've noticed MC Grifters has gone very, very quiet in the chats. Shame. That's all I'm going to say. Shame. Yeah. Mr. Tumble, Sarah Connor. And yes, but you didn't answer the bloody question, though, did you? Which means you didn't know. I will shame you. I will. Mr. Tumble, Sarah Connor, Ripley are everybody that the Great British Turd didn't want you to trust. Okay. Right. Question 3. Who did R. Kerry say was Not credible. Who's not credible? With our delightful, our ray of sunshine, our happy-go-lucky 694-year-old independent journalist. Who is not credible? Who did she say was not credible? Who's got 17 points? Amazing. Well, she does not. She's not a fan of Kevin Moore. That's quite correct. But that wasn't who she went after this year. It was. I'll give you a clue. It was a female, and there's a lot that she believed that she felt was credible about this female, but there was a few things she said that she didn't like. Therefore, she's not credible. Can you remember who it was? I did a whole sketch about it. I like Kevin Moore too. He's lovely. It wasn't me. I'm sure she thinks I'm not credible. Absolutely. She wouldn't think that I was credible. But yes, thank you. Earthart, thank you. Kim Gogan is the answer. Kim Gogan. And that was for 1 point. Right. Question 4 for 2 points. We are entering the world of targeted individual. What did T.I. claim her faith of a neighbour stole from her? What did her faith? She's a right bitch. She stole from me. It was 2 items that she stole. Swimming, a kid's paddling pool. Well done. Yeah, that's correct. And who else? What else? A paddling pool and something else. Come on. Because I know you listen so carefully to everything she says because she speaks the truth. Speaking the truth, what was it that was so... Well, I'll give you that point, Kat, because it's almost right. Yeah, it's like a life screening from TK Maxx. It's like a screen. It stops perverts looking at my kids in my garden. It was the screening, the fake leaves. That's right, Stephen. You got it right as well. Right. Well done. That's 2 points. Question 5. Name. This is for 5 points. 5 points. And, you know, I can understand my dear American friends going, I don't know some of these. They might get 1 or 2 right, but British people in the chat, your reputations are on the line here. Can you name the 5 British politicians I have parodied this year, all of which are on my tickety talks? So join the talks this year. I'm not keen on the talks. I've got to say, I don't like them. They're very mean to me on the talks. Say very bad things, very insulting things, actually, on the talks. Right. Angela's coming in. Good. Nadine, Liz Truss, Boris, and Teresa. Kat. Well done. Kat's got it right. Yeah. So I did Boris, Angela Rayner, Nadine Dorries, Theresa May, and Liz Truss were the 5 politicians that I did this year. They might come back. Angela's been, you know, Angela's good material. I don't think Truss is coming back. I think that's the end of the line for Liz Truss. I've got to find something. I'm going to have to repurpose that wig. But disappointed she didn't last as long as she did, for simple reason that I like, you know, I bought the wig. So if anyone wants to donate to my buy me a wig, please do, because wigs are expensive and now I can't use Theresa May's wig anymore unless I find someone with the same hair. Right. Question 6. What are the names of the 2 round table guests on Mid-Mix Middies Totally Legit sketch? What is? I'll let you, if you know their actual names, that's also fine. But you know, the silly names that I gave them, you can also name. Can we remember what were the names of those 2 people? Remember, what were the names? That round table where I did that amazing accent. It sounded so legit. So legit. Ah, well done. Okay. Stephen Hall, not bad. Not bad. So Carmen, I called her Karma Chameleon instead of Carmen Struder, but that is who it was based on. And the other one I called Aquarius Sinking. So there you go. That was for 2 points, but I don't think any of you got any points, frankly. Stephen, I'll give you those 2 points. Yeah, no, you deserve those 2. Well deserved. Question 7. In Nadine's Boris rap, in Nadine Dorries Boris rap, what did she wish he could grab her by? So far, none of you getting it right. I do wonder if any of you watch, you know. I wonder, I'm testing your dedication here, I'm wondering. Thank you, Well, Stephen, you almost got it right there. She wished that he would grab her by the Dorries. Her surname is Dorries. So, look, you're all filth. You're all absolute filth here. Some of the things you're writing, shame on you. Mine's are in the gutter. Mine's in the absolute gutter. She wished he would grab her by the Dorries. I was brought up on a lot of carry-on films, so a little bit of innuendo and smut without pushing it too far. Don't push it too far. She wished he would grab her by the Dorries. And that's all. I mean, it's open for interpretation, but it's not filth. Not the sort of filth you were thinking. So shame on you. This is a family show. Family show. Right. Yeah. Mr. Spock, I'd grab her by the magic money tree, you know, if it were that if it were that easy to find. Okay. So, question 8. In my Amber Heard parody, where was Kate Moss sitting? Kat's got it correct. She was indeed sitting on a London bus. I don't know why we decided that it would be humorous to put her on a London. I suppose it was the get the London look thing, wasn't it? Get the London look. She tries to speak so nicely, doesn't she? God love her. Well done, Charles. Yes, bus. She was sitting on London bus. Right, question 9. Whose news program did Skylar go on when she was distressed about Elon Musk taking over Twitter? Who's, using the term loosely, news show did Skylar go on? No, you are wrong. It is not Nikki Naki New. It is not Joe Rogan. I do like Joe Rogan. I like him. Yeah. No, it's not Nikki Naki New. But it's the same wig. There you go. Massive clue. It was the same wig that I used for Nikki Naki New. And Stephen Hall has almost got it. Yes, well done. It was Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow. I did Rachel Maddow twice this year. Once when she was interviewing Kamala Harris. Kamala. And once when she was interviewing Skylar. Yes, Rachel Maddow. Right. Question 10. What did targeted individual claim was coming out of her taps? What was in the water? What was in the water? Or faucet if you're American. Faucet if you're American. Cheer Maria, yes. It's sort of, mostly right there. Stephen Hall is quite correct. It was indeed snake piss coming out my taps. So there you go. Yes, it was indeed snake piss. Right. Question 11. On the first and potentially possibly only Fraudian Friends back in January, what product did Lyman agree to test? What product Did Lyman agree? What was it called? What was it called? It had a special name. It had a special name. None of you got it right so far. I'm going to be strict with this point. If you don't get it exactly right, you don't get the point. It's for 1 point. Come on, dig deep. Come on, come on, come on. It's on the tips of your tongues. I can feel it. I'll give you a clue. It's 3 letters. And it's not QFS. Not DMT. Tell me when you're ready to give up. It's something Fraudy talks about all the time. Something Fraudy talks about all the time. 3 letters. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. You can shout Medbed all you like, but it's not the right answer. Nope. Do you give up? Shall I give you the answer? You'll kick yourself. You'll just bloody kick yourselves. Gin. Spelt the other way, but yeah. Okay, the answer is NDA. Took a tab of NDA. Because Fraudy's always having to sign NDAs, double NDAs sometimes. So he developed a product and he called it NDA. It's a genius of comedy, you see. Right, okay. Question 12. Who did Nicky Nacky No interview on We the Sheeple? Yes, Mr. Spock, it was the NDA trip. Correct. I always go all Lyman. I don't know. It's like my default now. Just go Lyman. No, Chia Maria, it wasn't. That was the year before. He did interview him, but it was the year before. Mr. Spock's got it correct. What did I call him though? What was the character's name? Remember what the character was called? Anyone remember what I called him? It's for 1 point. It was Genie Defraud. Genie Defraud. Fluffy. Genie Defraud. Right. Question 14. What did Lyman claim? You better all get this right. What did Lyman claim was his and Bicky Peg's hobby? What was it? Straight in there, you mucky bunch. It was indeed dogging. That's quite correct. His favourite hobby, him and Bicky Peg's hobby, was dogging. Bonus question then, final question. What accent totally and utterly defeated me this year? What accent could I just not do? What accent did I butcher beyond recognition? What accent? Thank you, Chia Maria. It was indeed significant. I can't believe it. I can't believe you're so brave. That's what I had to just keep saying the same thing over and over. It worked for the sketch because when I soon realized I actually can't do this accent at all, this is a disaster, I just had to keep repeating. You'll see if you watch that sketch over that I say very little as that character other than I can't believe it. You're so brave. It's not even done. It's not South Africa. I just want to say a massive sorry to anyone that happens to be South African that is watching this. I ruined your beautiful accent. I'm very, very sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. Mr. Spock, thank you so much. That is really lovely. Oh, no, Lyman, not again. That featured Mini Intel Lady, by the way. I thought she did a smashing job of looking confused, standing in a park, looking confused. And that was for my Confessions of a Driving Instructor midterm election special. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. We laughed so much making that. It was so ridiculous. And we did have Mini Intel Lady in the car with us for a few of those scenes. She was so confused, but she went along with it, and she was marvelous. Actually, she's a great job, great little actress, really, really good. So there you go. Right, shall we go over your points then? Shall we? Right, Stephen Young got 15. Come on. I don't know what's happened to you, Stephen. Don't know. You've dropped the ball there, dear. Don't know what's going on. 8 points. Oh. Do you know what your punishment's going to be? If you get a poor score on this, your punishment is going to be to just go back and watch all of my sketches for the past year, in particular the last few, actually. Go back and watch them all and learn. Just learn. Happy New Year, Dina. Thank you so much for joining and coming in. Mr. Spock! What? 24 points? I don't know. It's a 2 and it's a 4. Just see what I did there. Just see what I did there. It's a 2 and a 4, Mr. Spock. Very good. It seems that Mr. Spock might just take this. Unfortunately, the only person I think could have taken you out in one fell swoop, Mr. Spock, would have been dear old Rabbit, who's not very well. And I think because he's not up to par health-wise, you pipped him. But I think he's the only person, I think, that could have beaten you, especially in terms of Lyman. There's nothing he couldn't answer on a Lyman. In fact, Rabbit could probably write an entire pub quiz based on just Lyman questions that I wouldn't know the answer to, but Rabbit would, because he's a Lyman expert. Maybe I'll get him to do it next time. He can write the questions next time and pass them to me. Right. So have we got any more scores coming in? More like 8. Oh, bringing up the rear with 8 there, aren't you? Look, it's the effort that you put in. It's the taking part. You're all going to get participation medals for just taking part. Well, and a clap. Well done, guys. Well done. You did so well. In the world, in 2022, where everybody gets a participation medal. Well done. Stephen Hall, 18. That's pretty good. That's well done. Well done. Oh, Chimera, you didn't get the worst mark. Yeah, you can have an I took part sticker. There you go. You've all got one. Marvelous. 666, Chimera. It's a sign. It's a sign. You were warned. Bicky Peg warned her followers about me, and so did Tarot by Janice. And so did Mad Max Maddie. They did say, and T.I. said, the Intel lady's dodgy, that she's something very dark about her. So you shouldn't trust her. You shouldn't trust anyone who dresses as a man. It's not divine feminine, is it? There you go. That's what it is. Oh, thank you, Stephen Young. Thank you so much. That is so kind. Thank you to everybody who has generously donated tonight and also throughout the year. And yeah, thank you, because who knows how many wigs I'll have to buy next year. I've started, I don't know if you've noticed, I've added Meghan Markle to my shorts. I'm getting so much hassle. I'm getting so much abuse on the ticks, on the tocs. You wouldn't believe some of the things, but people are obsessed with this. People are absolutely obsessed with how pale I am, and it's an issue. Apparently, it's a real problem, and something that I should be hated for, and that I should apologise for as well. So you can imagine the sort of chat that I'm getting on the Tickety Talks from the woke world. Let's just say the woke world don't like me very much. It's not really a surprise. But yeah, so much fun. Oh, thank you, Stephen Young. I'm I'm glad your missus likes that. Yeah, I can't resist with Markle. Oh my goodness me. And it doesn't I'm just putting this out there. When I choose to parody actual people, actual celebrities and stuff, it doesn't, it's like with the politicians. I mock left and right as equally as I possibly can if there is a personality that's strong enough to mock. It isn't giving you an idea of my politics if I mock one side more than the other. What it is a case of who is more entertaining to follow, and that's more what it's about. As far as politics are concerned, I think they're all equally untrustworthy, ridiculous, disingenuous, lying, self-serving morons on both sides of the aisle. In this country, in most other countries, they're all the same. Come on. So I will parody people, in particular celebrities, that have said something ridiculous, that have said something so stupid that I can't ignore, and that is constantly drawing attention to themselves with the stupid things that they say. I'm thinking about getting a Prince Harry puppet to add to the Meghan Markle sketches, but like a puppet on a string kind of puppet that she can operate. Because that's what he is. I mean, good Lord. He needs to put his hand on his sack and find his bollocks, if you ask me, but there you go. But yeah, if anyone can find me a little creepy looking puppet on a string, maybe it looks a bit like I don't know, like a little troll or something, then I'd like to do that, because I think that's quite funny. Somebody on the Tickety Talk said to me, now do Kate. I'm like, well, hold on. She's not that interesting. No offense to Kate, to dear Catherine. I'm sure she's a very lovely looking girl. She's very, she's slim, she's beautiful. She speaks very, very well. Lovely to meet you. It's so nice, but she's a bit boring. She hasn't said anything that makes me want to mock her. She hasn't said anything so ludicrous, so narcissistic, that makes me want to parody her. I think it would be very, very boring. So I tend to go for people who come out with outrageous, ridiculous things that are worth mocking, that are worth parodying. And Amber Heard was a classic example of that. The things that she came out with were so utterly ridiculous that I had to do it. So there you go. Exactly. Thank you, Morag. Just like Spitting Image back in the day. It's true. Spitting Image was great, and definitely back in the 80s. And what I like about Spitting Images, they cover everybody equally. They mock them all equally. I went to see Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock in September. And what I love about Dave Chappelle is he mocks everybody equally. Like, he'll go for everybody. He doesn't just cherry pick certain groups of people. He'll go for all of them. He will mock all of them equally. And he does it in a sort of light-hearted, spirited way that that if he were to meet people from those particular groups, he'd probably have a great conversation with them and be really nice and polite and lovely with them. But comedy is comedy and parody is parody. And, you know, you're allowed to pull out stupid stuff people say and turn it into a sketch, which is what I do with the Grifters and what I love doing with the Grifters, because it's a fun thing to do. You know, if this is the only way that I'm going to get people to realize that they're being conned. By the way, I hate the term wake up. I find that really so problematic. But it is, it's really silly to tell human beings who are living their lives and can see what's going on in the world. They might not be shouting about it from the rooftops, but they see stuff. Don't insult everyone's intelligence by suggesting that everyone is asleep and that they need to wake up, because I think most people do see this craziness and the criminality in the world, and they see it, but not everybody feels the need to stand on ceremony and talk about it all the time. It doesn't mean they're not aware of it. So telling people that they're asleep and they need to wake up is, I just think that's really, really wrong and really insulting to people. That's just my take on it, but there you go. I don't know how I've gone down that serious road when we were just having so much silliness, so much fun with the quiz. Right. Sorry, let me go back a little bit. I do watch a little bit of the new spitting image. It's quite funny. The James Corden spitting image is hilarious. I can't abide Corden. What an obnoxious narcissist he is. Maybe I was thinking about, up until the news today, I was thinking about parodying Andrew Tate. Is it Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate. And then the news came out that he was arrested, and what he was arrested for. I'm like, yeah, I'll leave it. I am not going down that road. Ew, no, absolutely not going to do that. I don't need a top up, darling. I've got plenty. But maybe I'll do James Corden. I don't know how I'd do James Corden. He's so bloody full of himself, honestly. It's the smugness. It's smug. It's that smug arrogance of people that really gets on my nerves. That I'm so funny. I'm so popular. I'm so talented. It's that kind of, when that person actually isn't, and they're stealing other people's jokes and having people write scripts for them and stuff. No. Anyway, right. So I did say, didn't I, for those that had done exceptionally well on the pub quiz, can one of my lovely admins get rid of the bot that's spamming my chat, please? Admins, go! Just like kill them off. Thank you. I think you need to block them, darling. I think they need to be blocked. I don't know how to do it anyway, but thank you. Right. So I think Mr. Spock probably came top with the points. So Mr. Spock, if you would like a character request, I'm more than happy to do that before I've finished the rest of the G&T, because I'm a bit tipsy now. Thank you, mods, for removing. For God's sake, honestly, ridiculous. If I was a conspiracy type person, I would say, did you notice when I started talking about Meghan Markle and Amber Heard that suddenly I got spammed in my chat? But I'm not saying that. I'm just, it's just annoying. Right. Mr. Spock, if you're still there, I think you won. If you would like me to do a character, then please request away. Anyone else can also request. I'm not just, because I don't know where Mr. Spock's gone. He's obviously beamed up somewhere. You beamed off somewhere, dear. Yes, the world is a stage, Stephen Hall. Absolutely correct. Yes. Anybody? I'm silly. I'm a bit silly because I have put Lyman and Bicky Bay in marriage. I would ask a future skill. Lyman and Bicky Bay. At marriage counselling. Look, that's coming down the line. You know it. That is coming down the line for those two. You could just see where that was going. It's the way he talks to her. It's not a marriage made in heaven, is it? Oh, right. Okay. So Mr. Spock, that's nice for a few. I'll think about that for a future sketch. Do you want me to do something? Would you like Lyman now? Should we do Lyman now? I haven't. Oh, hi, Lynette. I haven't done Nancy Pelosi. I did want to do Nancy Pelosi, actually. I think I would probably need to finish this and then top it up again 3 more times, and then I would do a really good Nancy Pelosi. Right, should we do Lyman then? It's okay. Oh dear, I've slightly locked my knees when I was sitting. So I'm an old lady now, you see, and it was a bit of a silly thing to do, wasn't it? Right. We know how oh, bollocks. Husband, dear, I thought I was being really prepared, and I am not as prepared as I thought I was. Could you please go and get me a hair bubble? And then I can put a wig on. Thank you. Oh dear. Yeah, I can't get the baldy wig on until I've fastened my hair back, and I can't fasten my hair back until my husband's legged it upstairs to get me a... I should keep them down here, really, shouldn't I? Hair bubbles. I can hear him. Yeah, he's going. It's good, you know. It's good exercise for him, really, isn't it? Now we're halfway there. I can't do anything else until I've got the hair back. It's quite warm. It's quite warm when you've got one of these trumpets on. Right, I just want to take this opportunity to say get well soon to all the poorly gems and anyone else who's been poorly, not well over the Christmas period. It's been a bit rubbish for everybody. Everyone's getting the lurgy. It's not very nice. Right, he's coming in now. Thank you. I just need the one, but thank you very much. Thank you. Dear, oh dear. Oh, you don't know. Just not prepared. Should have thought about that, shouldn't I? Should have thought about that. Right. Okay. What's missing? I feel like something's missing. Oh, there we go. I'm home. There we are. Back at home. Flaps at the ready. Right. Okay. Hello. Look. Right. We've been here before, and I just wanted really just to reiterate for those of you who didn't see the last time that I talked on a live stream. Many of you were questioning, what on earth is Lyman doing with a full face of makeup and nice nails? And the answer is remaining the same, actually. But just in case you didn't know, it's actually because, as you know, I work with the White Hats, good guys. And sometimes my life, actually a lot, I'm going to go with a lot of the time my life's in danger. And because of that, I have to disguise myself as a woman. And I'll be honest, sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. Today, I was really feeling quite alpha, quite masculine, and I got a call from from the good guys, white hats, from MI5. And they basically said to me, look, Lyman, we need to move you to a secure location that looks a lot like your bric-a-brac shop, but it isn't. And because of that, what we need you to do is dress like a woman. Just dress like a woman. Put the makeup on, lippy, full lippy, nails, the works. And you can leave your house knowing that no one will recognize you as that incredibly brave ex-councillor driving instructor from Whitby. They won't see it, because all they'll see is a lady. And I've got to say, I'm getting better at applying the old makeup there. I'm getting quite good. Now, the white hats can't supply a makeup artist to do it. So between myself and Vicky Peg, we just slapped a bit on, and just it'll do, though. I think it'll do. Vicky Peg does cry when she's putting it on, though. She weeps, and I mean, she's quite weak in her personality anyway. But when she sees me with a full face of makeup on, she does weep. She does weep. I think it's jealousy, to be honest, because I look better than her. But I don't know. I don't know. She did sleep in a separate room, though, the last time I did it. So maybe that's not the reason. Don't know. Not sure. But I just wanted to actually just send a special message, if I may, to Mr. Spock. Now, I've heard that Mr. Spock he's white hat affiliated. He's white hat affiliated, and white hat adjacent. I think that's what they say nowadays. He's white hat adjacent, and he's also a patriot. He's a patriot, and he has a mutual love of General Flynn. And of cats. So I know that he's trustworthy. I know he's trustworthy. I can feel it. I can feel, because I do soul readings, and I can feel that the energy from his. I mean, I don't want to feel too much. To be honest, I'm not really that interested. He's not female. I can't get much from him. But I think he's a good egg. That's all I'll say. He's a good egg. Good egg. And white hat adjacent. So that's I just wanted to do, as the youth say, a shout out to Mr. Spock. And I have been moved to this secure location with a full face of makeup to give that white hat message out to Mr. Spock. And because that's the sort of organization I'm running. I can't. I'd like to tell you more. I would. I'd like to express a lot more. But what I will say is this: hold on tight, because 2023, things are going to happen. Things and stuff could do, possibly might happen, and when they do, what I'll say is medbeds are right round the corner, and so is the QFS. I am in charge of the medbed side of it. True patriots and members of my organisation first in the queue. And also, you'll be able to cash in your Zim for an hour and 35 minutes on a medbed. That's a lot to look forward to in 2023. So I hope that you are at home counting your Zim, because they're worth a fortune, worth a lot. And although we're talking about the QFS and how, you know, we won't have to pay for things anymore, and free money, that sort of thing, count your Zim. Also count your Zim. Also count it, because that's how you're going to be paying for things, for your medbed sessions, hour and 35 minutes. I'm growing my hair back. That's what I'm using. That's what I'm cashing in my Zim to do. To get that full head of hair back, feel the youth. Not in that sense. But my own youth. I'm confusing myself a little bit now, also slightly arousing myself, so I'll just stop. But what I'm saying is, Mr. Spock, is that you're a white hat. The white hat in me sees the white hat in you. So just remember that. Just remember that. And I hope, I hope that when you cash in your Zim, when it's worth a fortune, because it will be, it definitely, it's going to be worth so much money, so much QFS. It's going to be worth so much of the Q and of the F and of the S, all of it, all the letters. It's going to be worth it. I hope that you'll think of me when you're sunning yourself in the Maldives next to Parody, in the next chalet or whatever they're called on the water. I hope you'll be thinking of me. And remember that the white hat in me sees the white hat in you. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right. There you go, Mr. Spock. Lyman has spoken. Oh, God. It's a little hot under there. My goodness me. Right. Anyone else? Actually, let me just go back through the chat, because I think I missed quite a lot. I hope that was sufficient for you, Mr. Spock. It's lovely to see so many names that I recognise that have come up time and time and time again this year, supporting my videos. And hi, Julie. It's nice to see you here. It's just really, really lovely. You're welcome, Mr. Spock. It's lovely to see the same names coming up, and it's also really nice to see new names as well. And, you know, I just really, really appreciate all of your support, all of that. It's a weird thing that I do. I recognise that. It's a very weird thing that I do. And you know, it's been a bit of a whirlwind since I started doing it. And almost a bit of an addiction, because I can't stop. I just keep adding new, and also the grifters never let me down, because just when you think that their grift is up and they're going to have to go and hide under a rock somewhere, they'll come out with something else and give me more material, and I'm like, well, I was going to take the week off. Sometimes I'm like, I think I will take the week off. I'll just, you know, I'll do a bit of housework. I'll do stuff that I should have been doing, you know, and haven't, and because I've been in here mucking about with wigs. It's just when I think I'll have a bit of time off, then someone comes up with another grift. Right. People are making suggestions. Stephen Hall did very, very well also. I think Stephen Hall probably was in second place there. So Stephen wants the Great British ones. Right, my wig's over here hanging up. So just give me a second, because I've not been very organised. And to be honest with you, I need a hat. I've got to get a hat out of the box down here. That wasn't a euphemism, by the way. I'm just saying. I need an hat. I need something, because the wig is completely out of control. I've got a hat. I've sorted it. Don't worry. Right, hold on. Coming back. This wig is so ratty. It's so absolutely awful. I think. Please give generously. I need a new. I need a new wig. I need oh my God. I need a new Great British Turd wig because this is absolutely it's got a it's got its own postcode as this one. This is just absolutely like it's its own animal. Right, hold on. Hang on. It's got to have this keeps it under control. Right. Okay. Right, hello everybody. Right, you know what? I've had a difficult year this year. It's not been the same for me in 2022 as it was in 2021, because if you remember in 2021, me and my team of Navy SEALs were going into the DOMs and we were raiding them and we were rescuing all the male children. And now in 2022, it's been different. You know, I've slowed it down. I haven't been telling you about the raids as much, although they have been going ahead. And I have been meddling in other people's legal business. That's been a big thing. I'm very heavily involved in the Hampstead case, even though it's been completely debunked. But I'm still heavily involved in it because I like to insert myself into other people's business. And that's what Big Don employed me for. You know, I have worked for Mr. Trump. I've got going in my mouth at the moment. It's quite difficult. You can't see it, but it's happening. Okay. I worked for Big Don. Okay. Me and Big Don were like that. Okay. And I was his boots on the grounds in the UK. And even though Donald Trump had absolutely nothing to do with the running of this country, he also did, because he's a white hat. So he employed me to go into the DOMs and to rescue all the male children, which I did with my team of Navy SEALs. And I would have kept doing it if it wasn't for Secret Truth, aka Paul. And we know that that's what his name is because I used the quantum computer to get his name, his address, and I'm sending 6'4" blokes down London, because I know he lives down London. He lives down London, and they're going to be knocking at his door to do whatever I tell them to do to him, because I'm all about love and light and prayer, as you know, but I'm also about, you know, hanging them from the rafters and all that sort of thing. So I'm a nice mix. I'm a balance of, you know, the wrath of, you know, of God and also the love of Jesus. Because I've been learning from my dear friend Glenda. She's been doing Bible studies with me, and she's been teaching me all about some amazing passages from the Bible. I like Genesis a lot. Genesis is my favourite. I like Jesus, He Knows Me. I can't remember what chapter that was, but it went something like, Jesus, He knows me and He knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Yeah, He knows me and He knows I'm right. And He keeps telling me everything's going to be all right. That's in Genesis. That's in Genesis chapter 1986, I think, something like that. So I know a lot of Bible passages, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to use them. Okay, not afraid to use them if someone steps out of line. Now, you are probably going to ask me, why aren't you working with Mad Max Maddie anymore? Now, she was my American counterpart. She was raiding the DOMs in the States when I was raiding the DOMs in the UK. And we did a collaboration. Then we did a collab where we raised a load of money for that hurricane that affected Louisiana and destroyed houses. So we did a fundraiser. I had everyone down on their knees praying to Jesus, praying for mercy as well, praying for mercy, and begging God for mercy. Okay, and to stop with the wind. Just stop with the wind. Okay. And she was collecting the funds to rebuild people's lives. She was collecting all the money. The problem was no one actually got much. She went to like Target, I think, and bought like bottles of water and some loo rolls and that sort of thing. but no one got their houses rebuilt. And that was something she was supposed to be overseeing. And I know that was her problem. That was her fault. So when I called her out and said, hold on a minute, you were supposed to be overseeing people's houses being built, being rebuilt, and you didn't. What's going on? She stopped talking to me. So I think we know what went on there. So it's not acceptable, but there we are. So that's the end of it. I can't say any more. I can't say any less. But it's probably Paul's fault as well, that relationship fell apart and that Madison Marquette became completely untrustworthy with everything that she was doing. I'm going to blame it on Secret Truth. I don't know why. I just want to, because I don't like him. But anyway, right, I've got to go because there's some boys in the trucks. We're doing a New Year's Eve dumb raid. We do it every year because it catches them by surprise. Honestly, all these pedos, honestly, that they gather in these dumbs with the male children. And I know that I can catch them because they've had far too many Baileys. Pass them around the Baileys and you can catch them unawares. So me and the boys are going down in the trucks and we're going to get those male children safely onto the medbed. So I've got to go. I'll see you another time. Bye. Right, let me address the chat. Hello, if you're just joining. God, if you're just joining, you'll be like, what is going on? What is she? What is this? Someone's knocking at the door. Someone's ringing the bell. Right. You need the gob. You're right. You always need the gob. The Claire Witch Project. Anyway. I do need, I need to take better care of my wigs, I've got to say. This is one of my oldest wigs though. This is, God, when I first got this for Dumb Raider, I got this for Dumb Raider and it was the most immaculate looking wig. It looked great. And it is, it's like a dead animal now. It's not good. It's not good at all. But anyway, right. And it molts. Always at the end of every good filming day in Intel Lady World, I always find bits of wig attached to me. Right. Okay. Where are we? Right. Any other requests? What time is it? Oh, okay. It's really late. And look, I told you I'd make this last the entire time, didn't I? I'm no heavy drinker, me. Just a light tipple. Just a light one. Light tipple. Right, Ti. Okay, I will finish. Finish with Ti. I actually have Ti right next to me. So just let me. My God, look at the state of this. I can't even say properly. Oh, hi. It's targeted individual here. Listen, right. I hope you've had a really good Christmas. I've had one. I've had an amazing time. And I know yous lot are always asking me, tell me about your life. You know, I just want to know everything. You should put all of your details of your life up on your socials so that total strangers can learn loads of stuff about you and your kids. And I'm like, that sounds exactly what a targeted individual would do. I should totally do it, even though I'm targeted. But anyway, I've had an amazing Christmas. Do you know why? You won't even guess. I'm going to tell you. I got a no man. I got a sexy ass man. That's what I call him. I call him my sexy ass man. And he is absolutely amazing. Took me away for a dirty weekend, paid for everything. Love it. My kids love it. All my kids think he's amazing. Some of them are a bit confused with who this new one is, but it don't matter. They'll get used to him. And absolutely everybody is so happy for me. I've been going on my socials. I've been like extra happy, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. You totally deserve him." And I'm like, "I know, beautiful. Oh no, thanks, beautiful." I mean, I don't like any of them. I think they're all ugly, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't stand them. But when anyone says anything nice about me and tells me how lucky I am and how gorgeous I am, I go, "Oh, thanks, beautiful. I love you, hon. Love you, beautiful." Anyway, but back to being targeted, even though I am, happy with the new sexy ass man, I'm still being targeted. The other day, someone comes to my door, right, and was knocking at the door, and I'm like, "Oh my days, what is this?" And he had a parcel in his hand, a parcel, like a box, just right before Christmas. I'm like, "Well, that's a bit sus, innit? That's a bit sus, innit? Do you think I'm going to open the door? Do you think I'm going to open that package? Because I know, being as targeted as I am, that there's probably something dodgy. There's probably something that I'll end up inhaling and then like throwing up or something. So I'm not doing it. I don't want to spend Christmas Day on the toilet, not being able to see my new man because somebody's come to the door dressed as an Amazon delivery driver and said that they're from Amazon trying to give me a box. I don't know what's in the box. You know, it was weird because my kids didn't get everything for Christmas this year, and I don't really know why. It's probably because the delivery drivers were like on strike or something. But I can't trust any old person who comes to the door with a package. It could be anything. It could be anything. But anyway, I got all my presents. I got all my gifts. I got the gift of love. So I'm happy. You know, I'm really happy. I've been dancing around my house, dancing around whatever pole I can get round. I'm loving it. I'm loving life. I'm absolutely live, laugh, love. That's all I've got to say. And love and light, apart from my faith of an A because she's a right bitch. But apart from her and all the ugly people that keep talking about my private life on social media, apart from that, love and light to everybody. And love and light to all of you lot for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Love and light. Love and light. Right. And on that gossipy bombshell, right. Thank you so much. Can I just say we all got through 2022. What an absolute shit show of a year 2022 was. It wasn't pleasant to watch from my perspective. A lot of people that I absolutely adore have had a really, really awful year. And that's really not been a very nice thing to witness. And so I really, really hope that 2023 is awesome, is brilliant. I hope that everybody loves more, that everybody just has much better fortune, that everyone stays healthy. Can we just get all these fluey, virusy bugs, these lurgies? Can we just vamos them, please? We don't want them. We want to be all healthy and well for 2023. I want to say a huge thank you to my amazing, to a group of people I've borrowed, known as M's Gems. And they've become my gems too, and they're awesome and brilliant. And boy, do they work their butts off in my chats, promoting my videos. You're just all absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much to M, who has championed me since the beginning. Hopefully me and M get to do a bit more work together in 2023. And Stephen, Rabbit, all the Stevens. I'm not going to leave out a Stephen, just all the Stevens. I am so grateful for all of you. You're all brilliant, wonderful people. I want to say thank you to anyone who has come over from MC Grifters channel, anyone who's come over from Will Bird's CBC channel, anybody who has come over from Stephen Cambion's Truth Seekers channel, you're all absolutely brilliant, and I'm so glad that you found me, and I'm so grateful to all of those other channels for promoting me and sticking with me. I don't know quite what 2023 is going to bring yet. Hopefully good things, positive things, and hopefully my thumbnail next year won't be a dumpster fire. But you know, let's all just remember that we can laugh about all the silliness together. And if I can make a parody out of all the worst people in the world, all the silliest people in the world, and make people laugh, then brilliant. Then that's my role. Then that's what I'm here for. And I'll keep doing it as long as you want me to keep doing it for. Thank you to those who have donated to me, either by leaving a super chat or a super thanks or buying me a coffee. I don't take any of that for granted. That is absolutely wonderful, and it is so, so appreciated. You lot are brilliant. And if you lot didn't want me to do this anymore, then I would stop doing it. But while you still want this, I'll keep doing it. Go and have a brilliant and very safe New Year's Eve, if that's your thing, if that's what you enjoy, if that's what you like to celebrate. I'll be there in my pajamas, cup of tea, bit of cake. Have fun, have a brilliant, brilliant start to 2023. And please, if you are in extremely cold parts of the world, stay safe. Don't go out in the snow, you know, without lots of extra blankets and all that kind of business, you know. I'm a northerner, so I'm used to the cold. But anyway, thank you. Much, much love to all of you. And thank you for your support. And I will see you soon. I'm going to end the stream now. And once again, thank you so much. I'm hoping that you'll catch this on the replay and that you will enjoy it and share this out where you can. Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year. 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 Bye.